You know, people wonder whether a magician's skills could be used to cheat at poker. If you promise not to spread it around, I'll show you how to get 4 of a kind into a hand that's dealt you. Okay? Now, let's use the 4 aces. And let's take 4 aces and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards that are not aces. Now, if 4 people were playing poker, ordinarily the aces wouldn't start off together. The law of averages says that they would be spread around. So we'll take those 4 aces and deal them 1 over to each of the 4 players. Now we're going to fill in these each of the hands. We'll take the odd cards here and take them in groups of 3 and basically put 3 on each of the aces. So that's 3, that's 6, that's 9, and that's 12. Now, the dealer would take a look at his own hand. He'd look at his hand and he'd see that he only had 1 ace. So he'd say, I have to cheat. And he'd look for the most naive player he could find, say, this innocent beginner over here. Now, did you see what I just did? That's your first lesson. I touched it. You never let anyone touch your hand, because when someone touches your hand, they could do anything. As a matter of fact, they could steal your ace. You see? Because now he has no aces, and the dealer has bettered his hand to a pair. Now, this next guy over here, he's more experienced. He's not going to let anybody touch his hand at all. So, just a minute, the deck should be over here with the case. Did you see that? Did you see what I just did?
Yeah.
That's called misdirection. I distracted you. I did something that took your attention. And while that happens, you see, anything could happen. Now, this guy, when he was distracted, you see, he could have lost his ace.
He did.
Because now his hand is a bust. And over here, of course, I have 3 of a kind. A really good hand. A really good hand. Now, this last guy is a professional card shark. He is a gambler who really knows the score, and he's not going to let anybody deceive him. Dusty, will you play the part of the professional card shark?
You got it.
Okay. I want you to guard those cards like a hawk. That's fine. Just put them right there. Hold them. Don't let me touch them, and don't let me distract you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, you might think that it's impossible for me to cheat under these conditions, but that's because we're watching the wrong person. You see, the third lesson really is gamblers cheat in teams, because it would be far too suspicious for me to deal myself 4 aces. So I actually really dealt nothing to me at all. You see, I have none of the aces at all. And if you'll take a look, I did what I promised you. You see.